Welcome back to another episode of On the Subject. I'm your host, Michael Vilardo, co-founder and CEO of Subject.com, and Subject.ai. You know where to find us. We've made a huge effort to invite the most innovative educators throughout the United States to have great conversations with us, highlighting innovation in education. We're actually in our backyard, in our headquarters in Los Angeles today. We have an incredible guest from Fresno, California, Jeffie Hickman, the superintendent and principal of University High in Fresno. We're so lucky to have you today. Welcome to the show.
Great. Thank you for having us today.
Well, thank you so much for all that you do for your students. And we're actually really excited. This will be our first episode where we highlight some students on the show. So we're really lucky to have an incredible group of folks on today. What made you want to get into education? Why did you want to help young people?
Oh, wow. I would say in first grade, I knew I wanted to be a teacher. And so all the
Amazing.
way through, I was the first person in my family to go to college. And so very proud to be an educator. I was a teacher for many years, and then I've been in administration now for about 20 years.
That's awesome. And thank you so much for all that you do for your students. We really appreciate it. And the impact we say teachers are the heroes in society, the thousands or tens of thousands of lives you've impacted through the butterfly effect, they impact millions of people. You're the queen of Fresno. You teach at Fresno. You went to Fresno State. What makes you so proud to be from Fresno?
I think Fresno's a hidden gem. People, I think, from Southern California and maybe Northern California, they think of it as like this hot armpit of California, but we have a lot of cultural activities there, a lot of music things. That's what our school's a music school, and just a great atmosphere of the city.
Yeah, and I think one thing, so I was an athlete growing up, and we're really passionate about extracurriculars here. We think that, and one of our visions and mission with Subject is with a product like Subject, you can have more time for extracurriculars because the levels of discipline, rigor, training you learn from music, arts, and sports is really special. And so University High does something really special in that it's fully focused on the arts. How do you attract students to your school? What makes it different than normal high school?
So we are a charter school listed on the Fresno State or on the Fresno State campus, and we are a music school. So students have to have 2 years of music experience in order to get in to go through the lottery process. And so our students either play an instrument or they sing, and that music community helps to unify the whole school. Everyone's in a performing group, and so they meet students from other grade levels, maybe that isn't in their class, from other grade levels, that they can then form that family together. And we know that learning music affects people in positive ways. For example, critical thinking, just learning how to process. It really helps in so many different ways. So our students, they all go on to college, 100% graduation
Wow.
rate, 100%
Wow.
college going rate.
That's incredible. And so with this application process, do you have to play an instrument in a tryout, or is it just submitted through a resume? How does that process work, and how can we invite more students to apply to University High?
We would love it to have more students apply. So there's 3 ways that they can verify. If they're just in music in their middle school, they can just show us their transcript. They could have a music teacher, if it's a private coach, fill out a evaluation form of them, or they could come in for a quick assessment. And then that allows them to get into the lottery.
And so when you work with your students, what's something that you've been really proud of over the last 10 years that you've really seen a difference in what you've been able to build at University High before you were able to build this incredible school out?
Every day there's something special about the school. It's a small school, about 500 students, and they just all really care about one another. They're really nice. I think that people in Fresno know of UHS and know of all of the awards that we receive and all of that. But what I'm truly most proud of is the kindness of the students, how sweet they are. That's why we're here in LA, because we're bringing donations down to Palisades Charter High, another charter
Oh,
school
that's amazing.
that we are bringing donations to that our students collected.
That is so incredible. And thank you so much. The LA community went through a lot this winter, and for you all to make an effort to make things better, that's really special. Love the maturity of your students. What would you say is your biggest thing you'd like to see continue to be upgraded or changed in education over the next 10 years? What does your vision look like?
I would say right now there's a lot of compliance, and that's a lot.
It is. Yes, that's exhausting. Yeah, yeah.
I would like to see a little bit less of that and more focus on the students. Our students are great. Seriously, they're so hardworking and talented and creative and all of that. I'd like to just see different pathways for them to be seen in the world, and not so much of the kind of rules and regulations of schools that's been going on lately.
I love that. And it is all about the students, and it's so amazing. And that's why we always want to highlight on the subject is the teachers that really care about their students. And we always say adjust to the student, not the other way around, because students are the future of society. And students, whether they're 10 to 19 years old, that's really where we're focused on grades 5 through 12. they've grown up with an iPhone in their hand. It's a different world today. What was it like when you first entered education versus today in terms of dealing with students?
I always make a joke and say back in the 1900s.
Yeah, we are. Hey, I'm a 1900s kid too. Well said.
Back in the 1900s, it was all paper, pencil, and all that. I remember actually, I worked, I think it was about my third year before I actually got a computer. I used to handwrite my
Yes.
tests. It's just all changed. It's such a more of a fast pace now for the
Yeah, it
students.
is.
Because they've grown up with that technology in their hands too, they're used to that instant feedback. And so that's something that we as the adults need to embrace as well. UHS this year for our staff, we've really been looking into AI and how AI can help us.
Amazing.
One of our teachers has created his own bot that grades
Wow, that's
the
awesome.
students specifically. And,
Shout out.
and so we've been really trying to use that to how can we join this technology age for those of us who are a little older, and then also make our jobs a little bit easier and not so time consuming. We spend so much time crunching the numbers that we don't spend time analyzing the data. And really that's
Yes.
with when we're grading and assessing students, we need to spend more time analyzing the data rather than just gathering the data. And unfortunately, teaching, you have to grade and do all of that. So how can AI help us to make that faster so that we can actually spend the time to look at what does this mean? What do these trends mean? What do we need to do differently in order to make the students more successful?
Yeah, we love data-driven decisions. It's all about being able to get a little bit better every day, and that's how we can be able to drive a lot of impact across society. And one thing we always love to do on these conversations, and this is special because we have a little bit of a live audience here today, is we like to express gratitude. And that's usually how we do tie up the combos is, could you mention a student or teacher in your life that you'd love to say thank you to and shout them out into the camera?
Sure. Gosh, I have so many teachers. I love Mr. Mazzoni from 7th grade. And
Mr.
then,
Mazzoni.
and then Mr. Kasner, he was our activities director at McLean High School in Fresno. That's actually his birthday tomorrow.
Oh, wow. That's
So-
good memory.
He's my friend's dad.
Oh, amazing. I was like, wow, that is incredible.
But he was wonderful and really got us all excited about school. And a lot of things that I learned in high school when I was in leadership, I've brought to schools when I was an activities director or even the principal. Some of the activities we do are the ones that I did in high school.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your time. And it's
Thank
incredible being able to share your story. And thank you for your time
All right.
today.
Thank you, Michael.
Awesome.